everyone, I'm Edita Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window. I am so happy you decide to stop by and visit with us. Guess what? We are doing a beautiful quilt along for Star Upon Stars. This quilt is so gorgeous. I cannot believe it, though. You guys are doing such a good job on your blocks. We just finished Small Stars, this beautiful big star, and now it's time to put our blocks together with sashing and cornerstone, and that's what I'm gonna show you today. I am so excited. Before we start, I want to welcome anybody that just joined us in, and please know that you can go back and visit our first blog called Housekeeping, where you find all the information how to join in this fun event. You can use your own fabrics. Remember, you need a pattern for the measurements, and you can enjoy and quilt with us if you would like to. Now, if you're just joining us in, we do have bundles like our beautiful Primrose Fat Ain't bundle, and that's the bundle that I'm using to make this beautiful quilt as my startup point. I'm also including this gorgeous bundle, Scrappy Bundle Dark, where I get all these beautiful dark colors from it. And as well as I have this Scrappy Light bundle, which one I'm using for my backgrounds. Today again, I'm gonna tap into my Scrappy Bundle Light because I need some light fabrics for this area as well as our background in our little cornerstone. So I'm super excited. Like I said, the design comes from a pattern called Star Upon Star, and this pattern is also available through a book called Patches of Stars. I would love you guys to get one of the books or one of the patterns and join us in. You can use your scraps, like I said, or you can go ahead, visit our website for those beautiful bundles. Now, we have a lot of work to do, but guess what? You are a pro in making 8-point stars. If you are not, make sure you visit our video on basic 8-point star to brush up on some of those skills and jump right into making those cute little blocks. Those little blocks are made with, you can make them with cut them with a rotary and a ruler, or you can go ahead and use our templates from our Stars Upon Stars template set. And I pull all my templates that says corner star. There is a little square, there is a large square, triangle, and a diamond. So make sure you pull those out and have them in front of you. Not only for cutting, but also for marking. I'm gonna start by cutting my diamonds. I'm gonna take 2 diamonds, put them right sides together. I need 8 diamonds for one block. I'm gonna start by sewing from the top, stop back stitch right there with my template. Like I said, I can go ahead and mark the point where I need to stop and backstitch. That is very important that you are accurate in your sewing, and those points will help you achieve that. As soon as I finish, I'm gonna go ahead, open it up, and now I have a set of 2 diamonds. I'm gonna repeat it 3 more times for a total of 4 sets of 2 diamonds. I'm gonna take 2 sets, place them right sides together, sew them using 1/4-inch seam allowance, stop backstitch, trim my bunny ears right here with a simple scissors, and now when I open it up, I have a half of my star done. 2 halves placed together, pin in a center, sewn, make a full star. Now, with your background pieces like 1/4 square triangle and squares, you're gonna fill the Y seams. Just fold your star in half, place your triangle, sew it, stop, backstitch, flip it, finish it up so you have your triangle set into your Y seam right here. Now you're gonna repeat this 3 more times for a total of 4 triangles, and then you're gonna finish with the little squares in each corner to create a beautiful block like this. Notice it, they are so cute. You're gonna be making 15 of those for your cornerstones. You're gonna also make I believe, yes, 11 of them for a half blocks on the outside of your quilt, and you're gonna make 2 for 2 corners. So more directions on this on our first video. This is just basic 8-point star. It's little different measurements than this one right here. Notice this one is a little bigger than this one. So don't use the same templates. Don't think you're gonna rush through and you made a bunch and you're gonna use them here. They're not gonna work. So make sure you put the time and work on them, and they are so cute to do it, and I can't wait to finish all my little stars. The next thing that we're gonna have to talk about it is our sashing, and I just want to bring to your attention, in case you wonder what is this template for. When you finish your star, you're gonna use this template to trim it and then mark the corners. That way you know exactly where you need to sew. So super fun and simple. Now the next thing that we're gonna be working on is our sashing, and I have the directions right in front of me. I'm gonna be using scraps for my sashing, and it is gonna be so much fun. From my light bundle, I'm gonna pick nice light fabrics for this area right here. Then I need some darks and my accent fabric. I chose the pink as my accent, just like in the original quilt. Then I'm gonna use those brown with teals for my darker fabrics right here. I have some pieces in front of me. And remember, you only need 2 strips for 1 sashing and 1 strip of pink, 2 of the dark and 1 accent for the middle. You're gonna go ahead and cut your fabrics following the directions. Then you're gonna go ahead and sew them into a beautiful unit. And I started on this one already. I was so excited, and I used it for cutting as well. With your rotary and a ruler, then you're gonna cut sections. The sections are 1.5 inches. I just want to remind you before we start cutting, once you sew through those strips, those 5 strips together, make sure your seam allowance go towards this dark right here. And also please remember that this outside strip is a little larger, so pay attention to your directions. It is 1 3/4, not 1.5, so that way you have enough room for later on for trimming. Once you sew it and press it, then you're gonna go ahead and cut it. You're gonna cut units like this, and you're going to need 8 of them for 1 beautiful sashing. You're gonna need 8 full ones, and I'm gonna use some scraps, and this is the scrappy one right here. If you're using the same color, all the colors will repeat, but I have some leftovers, so I'm using this as your sample so you can see what I'm doing right there. I'm gonna lay them down. I'm paying attention that my pink is sliding, and also please remember, notice it, that in direction right here in the knot, I have that you need to use a skin 1/4 inch seam allowance for only this part of the assembly. Why? So that way your sashing is exactly like the antique quilt that we base this quilt on, and it works beautiful. So right there, it's nice to make a 1 sample one, because then you can check that everything works. And I did that too. I made a sample one. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This is my 8th one. We need 8 full ones, and we're gonna need 2 halves. And what I'm going to do is just take 1 solid one, gently pull, just like this. If I need to, I'm gonna take a scissors to release some of the threads right there, because I need one that it's a half on this side and another that it's on this side. Look, from each side, just gently pull, put it down, and you're ready, set, go. The next thing you're gonna do is sew your pieces together. And what it's so nice, because you pushed your seam allowance towards that dark, now you can easily lock your seam, spin it right there, sew them into nice beautiful sets right there. So when you put it down, it is going to lock it really nice. So please do that. And now I want to just show show you my piece I prepared for you, because this part is super exciting. See, all that I did is sew together, pressed it. Now I'm gonna grab a ruler, and my 12.5 by 4.5 inch ruler is perfect for this part. What we're going to do is we need to make a sashing out of this, and we need to do it by placing our ruler. Okay, and I love this part, placing our ruler, and the length of your sashing needs to be 12.5. So pay attention that right there, 1/4 inch needs to hit the last point on your square, and the same on this side. Now in the direction I tell you, you need to measure to the middle, 1 3/4. 1 3/4. So you're gonna measure right here to the middle, and look at, I have it laying down. Now this line should touch all the points of my squares right there. Isn't that perfect? That sounds wonderful. All that I'm going to do is go ahead and trim it and trim it, and then it's easy. I just have to rotate, and let me do it for you guys. Rotate right there, trim it, and trim it. Super. I'm gonna save this for later on for our just leftovers. And look, I'm rotating it, and again, look at the direction. It tells you it needs to be 3.5 by 12.5. So now you're looking at the measurements right there, 3.5, 3.5. Perfect. Oh, I'm so excited, so excited. Right there, measure 3.5. Don't let anything shift or move. You know, you have to make sure that everything is laying really nice, and all the points right there, I'm paying attention, all the points are touching my 1/4 inch line from the edge. Take your time, do this slowly, because you don't want to accidentally trim something and it's not gonna be nice. And I just want to bring something to you. Notice like this 45-degree lines, how they lay on my seams. So now I can just move those pieces to the side right there, and look at this. I made a beautiful sashing. I am so excited about this sashing, because it's gonna fit perfectly onto my quilt. And what it's perfect is that my little blocks gonna match with it very nice. And speaking now of making your quilt, you finish your blocks. We finish our blocks. Those blocks are 12.5. Your sashing is 3.5 by 12.5. Your little corner stars are right there. Those are as well 3.5 by 3.5. They're gonna go right here. All that you have to do is lay your blocks, then sew your rows with the sash, sew the blocks into the rows with the sashings in between, then sew this sashing with the corner stars right here into another row of blocks with sashing. Keep going like this. Once you sew your blocks into the rows and your sashings into the rows, you sew it together and you start creating your beautiful quilt. Oh, this has been so much fun. I think we're gonna have to have one more get together during our live show where we showcase our quilt, and I cannot wait to see all your quilts. It's gonna take us a little bit time to achieve this project, but I believe in you guys. So have fun, keep going. This is not gonna happen over one evening or weekend. You're gonna have to put a little bit of time, but now with all 3 of our videos and all the help on our blog, and now following with our live shows, I think you guys have all the tools to be successful and create something beautiful. So I wish you happy quilting. Thank you for joining us for another amazing quilt along. And this one, it is going to sparkle and be one of those favorite stars for you guys. So happy quilting, and I hope to see you soon.